I don't care how big your firm is. It could be 2 people, or it could be 400 people, because I have a firm with 400 people, that your intake is not as perfect as you think. I can't stress it enough. I'm going to say it again. Your intake is not as perfect as you think. Coming from a guy who used to think my intake was perfect, and then found out of, we have 100 incoming links to my website and chat forums. One was broken that we didn't identify for weeks. And I spend millions of dollars to make my phones ring, and a link was broken. I have no idea how much it cost me. Major league embarrassing. And it happened. I've also lost cases at 3 a.m. because my intake team wasn't able to deal with calls at 3 a.m. They weren't able to convert them. So when I realized that, not only did I fix it for me, which I'll share with you any tips and tricks you want, but what I have 23 law firms around the country that I started ghost calling. Hi, this is Mike. I make up a name, or I have my secretaries or other people do it, but they call in the middle of the day. They call at 11 o'clock at night. And sometimes they call on a weekend to see who answers. Can they do a write-up over the phone? Doesn't matter what kind of practice you have. Can they do it? Does a lawyer get on the phone or not? Does a lawyer need to get on the phone or not? If the call gets disconnected, do they call you back? How quickly do they call you back? If you tell them, I can't make a decision right now on this case, I'll call you back. When does the law firm chase them? Is it a day? Is it a week? How many times do they chase them? Is it text, email, phone calls, et cetera, et cetera? We also submit a web chat form. We did this to 23 firms. Every firm had an issue. Every firm had something. Some firms, we had a firm where we called them and said, we're laying in a hospital with a broken leg. There's a personal injury firm. They never called us back. So every firm can improve their intake, whether it be what happens at midnight, what happens on Saturdays and Sundays. Can you sign up a case? Do you want to sign up cases at 2, 3, 4 in the morning? Or do you want that person to call one of your competitors? So these are all questions you should be asking. You should ghost call your own firm if you're not sure. Most of the phone services out there are not great. And Jen actually taught me, I'm not going to throw anybody under the bus, business intake phone service wise, but most of them are bad, and you got to stay on top of them. You got to get asked. Jen taught me this. They will send you daily reports if you ask for them. I didn't know that. Jen taught me that, and now I get daily reports. I've decided to bring my intake team in-house. So I have 15 people, 24/7, 365 answering the phones. At 2 a.m, if you call my firm with a broken leg in a hospital, I'm going to sign you up right then and there. I'm not going to wait for a lawyer to call you back at 9 a.m, or I'm not going to wait to call you back on Monday morning, which is what most law firms do. And I don't care if you're a divorce attorney or you're a bankruptcy attorney. These people are important. The people calling you, because you're spending money with Bill or others to make the phones ring. Yep. So I don't care if you're paying $200 a lead or $2,000 for a case. Every case 24/7 is important. And if it's going to an answering service, or God forbid, a voicemail or answering machine, get a good service, find a good service, stay on top of them, know when your phones are ringing. Anyway, so my point to you, Bill, yesterday was, if you tighten this up, your cases will go up, your leads will go up, your percentages will go up. So that's low hanging fruit. Doesn't cost you anything. I never dreamed to have 170 employee law firm bringing in $50+ million a year in fees. I mean, that was never a goal, but because I had the processes and the procedures in place, it just happened. And it wasn't, once you free yourself up and get out of your way and get really good people helping you, you just bring those ideas and the stuff gets done. And it's amazing, and I'm loving watching it.